I wake up slowly, so groggy. It's dark, with just a thin line of light on either side of me. I am not sure where I am. I begin to reach over to where I'd normally keep my cell phone, which would be on the side table next to my bed, and my arm only moves for a few inches before it hits something. I'm unable to focus my thoughts, to bring them together in a clear manner. Finally, I think to myself that maybe I'm sleeping against a wall. So I reach over with my other hand, and again, within a few inches, I am stopped by something. It's not making sense to me, and I can't keep myself awake. And I fall asleep again. I wake up, still groggy. The slivers of light are still there. I don't know if I passed out for seconds or hours. I begin to roll over and my shoulder hits something. I can't move. I check again on either side of me. Solid. I have to keep my arm close to me to touch in front of my face. Solid. I'm in a box. You awake yet, sweetheart? I hear coming from a woman's voice. I scream for help. Help me! Where am I? What's happening? So, yes, you are awake. That's all you had to say. Yes, I am awake. See how this works? I furiously begin to search my memory. What was the last thing I remember? Where was I? So, we're going to have a little conversation, okay? Says the woman. I yell. Help! Help! Where am I? There are 3 very loud thumps on the top of the box near my face. Did you hear me? You answer me when I talk to you. I asked you about having a talk. You started yelling. No, that is not how this will work. You ready to start again? I am still searching my memory. Please, quickly, wake up. Help me here. Where was I? Who was I with? Okay, here we go. We're going to have a little conversation, okay? She asks again. Her voice sounds faintly familiar. Yes. Okay, I reply. Okay, good. Thank you, she says. Thank you, I think. I'm in a box, being held against my will, and she just thanked me for answering her. Now, do you know who I am? She asks. I want to yell again, to plead for her to help, to ask why she is doing this, but I reply, No, I don't think so, although I feel like your voice might be familiar. My voice is quivering. My name is Sheila Conroy. There is silence now. My last memory. I was at my boyfriend's apartment in the city. We'd had lunch, and then went back there. I was late getting back to work. We'd fallen asleep and didn't wake up because the alarm had been unplugged. So I was running down the stairs, buttoning my jacket. My hair was a mess, and when I ran out of his lobby, having run down the stairs because the elevator wasn't working, my Uber was waiting there. Devin, my boyfriend, came running out of the lobby just after me, and he grabbed a cab. Ah, she says, it's coming back to you, isn't it? We took a left when we should have taken a right. Excuse me, I said. You're going the wrong way. Seriously, who did they hire for this job? It's simple. Swing back around. Damn it, I am late. I was so frustrated. The driver didn't answer me. She kept going, and as we neared the bridge, I was furious. "What are you doing? I told you to turn around." "Stop! Just stop and let me out. Now!" I yelled. "No," she replied, calmly. "What did you say to me?" "Stop this car now." "No," she replied again. There were water bottles for passengers and a container on the back of her seat. I grabbed one. While I took a few sips, I started to call and complain about my driver. "You're the Uber driver?" "Peyton, did you catch my name?" Honestly, I hadn't. My mind was racing too fast. I started thinking back. Sheila Conroy. "Oh my God," I whispered. "What was that?" she asked. "I see you're thinking a bit more quickly now. Listen, I'm sorry. Let me out. Let's talk. I am sure we can work this out." "No, I'm afraid it's too late for that. I just wanted to be sure that you are good and awake for this next part. See, you and Devin, my husband, decided to run away together. Of course, I was devastated. And he found out that I knew. I'll tell the police that Devin had told me how sorry he was when I'd caught him having an affair and that he was practically suicidal. That he had told me that he would tell you it was over if I would just promise to take him back. But I was too hurt to agree to taking him back just then, even though I love him so very much. And I was concerned because he was talking crazy about suicide. When the police go to your apartment, they find a mess. Your blood is splattered all over, as I have taken plenty from you, and there is a very high dose of drugs in your system. The last time anyone had seen you, well, you were a disheveled mess, running out of my husband's secret apartment, and he, red-faced, was running shortly behind you. You two must have had a terrible fight. In a couple of years, there will have been no activity and no sightings of either you or Devin. I'll file to have him declared dead, and of course I'll grieve again for some time. But I will have everything. The lovely beach house, the country home, the villa, the city apartment on the park, all of the money, plus the life insurance. Suddenly I hear banging. It's not far from me. "Help me!" yells a man's voice. "Let me out!" "Oh, Devin, dear. Is that you? I see you've awoken from your little nap, sweetheart. I was just telling Peyton here how horrible the loss of my dear departed husband will be." Then dirt was shoveled onto my box. Some fell through the cracks where the light was coming in, and it was landing on my face and in my mouth. "Help me! Please! Please don't! Please! I won't tell anyone! I promise! Please!" I start to panic. Promise? Sweetheart? Promises are for fools. Isn't that right, Devin? More shovels of dirt, and it's getting darker and darker. "Help!" my muffled voice yells out. My fingernails are breaking off, dropping. I can hear them. Snap. It's completely dark now, and I can barely hear Devin screaming out in terror. Blood is dripping from my fingertips into my eyes, but I keep clawing until I can no longer breathe.